All right, hello. Today's video journal day 126. I honestly don't think that I have a lot to talk about tonight because today felt kind of uneventful. Not sure why, but it just feels extra uneventful tonight, and I could barely get through like 1.5 pages tonight in my journal, which is not normal. I usually do at least two. I've been doing three a lot lately. Three's been pretty common for me as I've been growing my like I think I'm improving like my way of organizing thoughts. So I think that's good. And I think that's going to help me speak a little better. I think it's going to be yeah, I think it's going to be pretty helpful with that. I basically just worked on thumbnails all day. I use this thing called Photopea, and what it is it's basically Photoshop just online. Like it's free, like you can literally look it up. Is, is it Photopea or Photopea? It's Photo PEA. I think Photopea sounds better, but I guess it could be Photopea. Either anyway, it's this website and it's basically online Photoshop. Like I literally looked up Photoshop tutorials and it was the same process as it was on Photoshop. You can watch all sorts of Photoshop tutorials and be very it'll be the same if not very similar to Photopea. So that's pretty nice because I don't want to go through the effort of legally paying for Photoshop. I didn't go outside tonight. My plan was to, of course, it always is, but my friend, I forgot that I planned hanging out with my good friend Delia today, and she also forgot and reminded me. She's like, "I'm sorry, I forgot," and it's like, "Oh, I did too." So we ended up playing a little later, but that's okay. I If I miss like one day, I'll be okay. Like it's not the end of the world, but I do wish I would have. I think I would feel more ready for video journal if I did. I think I would have had more things to write about, but oh well. I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with that. I just honestly mainly hope I can do 7 minutes because that was supposed to be my goal for these next few journals, and man, I, I don't know if I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna have a hard time getting it to even 5 minutes with all this here. My prompt was what challenged me today, what inspired me, and what do I hope for tomorrow? The big challenge was thumbnails because, as I was aware of before, I am closer to being autistic than artistic, so they were a bit of a struggle. It took me a while to figure out like a decent aesthetic that I wanted for them, but overall, like for them being my first few thumbnails, I don't think they're that bad. Could they be better? Yeah, I definitely think so, but I wasn't sure where to put everything. I wanted to try to get like my face in it because I think a lot of people like connect to thumbnails and people that way, but I don't know. I think for my thumbnail faces, I want to do like because like one thing I did with like friends when I remember like looking back at like work and school, I always used to pull like really like goofy faces and people thought that was funny. So I think that I'm hoping that might translate over to YouTube. The only issue I think there is like I think people might think I'm actually like being serious when in all like not being serious but like seriously thinking it looks good when in reality I'm just trying to be satire and funny. Like I think that satire and funny will kind of like go over people's head. So I don't know. I might do the YouTube thumbnail feature where you can like choose two different thumbnails, and when I eventually do make a thumbnail with my face in it, I will do a few different ways because I'm not sure if my like goofy exaggerated faces are going to do well because I think people are going to be like Oh, it's one of those dumb YouTubers that do their stupid exaggerated faces, but like I was doing that just for fun. Like it's like supposed to be satire, but I don't think people are gonna understand that. So that's the issue there. But I think they could still work. So like I said, I'm gonna try them anyways and see which thumbnails do the best. And what inspired me? Honestly, I know it's like probably supposed to be like what inspired you in some sort of abstract way, but honestly, I can't think of a way. So I'm gonna say other people's thumbnails because I looked at a few other Pokemon creators because I was trying to like figure out what I like in a thumbnail and what like looks normal. Like I've said many times, there's a lot of good like artistic, like well drawn thumbnails, and I definitely do not have that ability, which sucks. But I think I can. There are still some people who do like non-drawn thumbnails and have actually done well. So I don't think I need to draw, but that I wish it wasn't so common in a way. It's good for the it's good for the viewer because it's awesome. Like I think it's actually really cool that and it's good for the artists that are being hired. But for me as somebody who's trying to start out in the Pokemon community as a Pokemon content creator, it's hard for me to stand out because there's all these beautiful, well illustrated thumbnails and here I am. Hey, I created this thing in Photopia. Y'all ever heard of that? Y'all. Oh well. I mean, I just got to keep growing there and I'll get better and better as time goes on. And what do I hope for tomorrow? Tomorrow I hope for a good stream. I think it'd be cool to see some of my regular viewers again. I really appreciate all of my regular viewers and anybody who just like views in general. I don't think I'm getting like a ton of lurkers. It seems like people either really it seems like I get this weird thing where it seems like people either really like me or really don't. And honestly, I kind of like it that way because the people who really like me are going to talk to me and converse with me. So I feel like I'm getting like a real like actually like tight knit community, which is really cool. And I hope to find some way to practice talking and entertaining tomorrow. Like I hope I can find some sort of like method or something I can do because I want to try a different strategy. I want to go at it with a different strategy tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can do that, but I'm not too sure just yet. And then I need to reset Pokemon Red before I start stream because right now it's at the Magikarp and I need to reset because my stupid Bulbasaur, I looked back and it wasn't shiny. I'm just like, ugh. I thought it was shiny and it's not shiny and I'm mad and I'm upset because it's not shiny. I renamed my clip to fake shiny Bulbasaur. Crying emojis. I think there are crying emojis. Yes. Right now. Oh. Whoopsies. Um, I don't know why, but every time I get onto Twitch, I have 100% volume on my own end, so it's like, why are you like that? I don't know. I really wish it wasn't like that, because it sometimes just blasts my ears, but okay. Yeah, fake shiny Bulbasaur, 2 crying emojis. There was a lot of emotion behind the change of that clip. A lot of emotion. All right, well, thanks to those who are watching, and I am a conversational provider.